Hello, everybody. I'm happy to say that I've owned my Xiaomi M365 for a little over a year and a half, and I've just reached over 1,000 miles or roughly 1,600 kilometers on it. I want to take this opportunity just to give you a little overview of the things that either broke or need adjusting at this stage. I don't think the issues are that big of a deal, but nonetheless, some need to get addressed, such as the brakes, and I'll show you. The first thing that you probably noticed is that my Xiaomi M365 is missing a fender or a mudguard. It it fell off probably after about a year of riding it. I don't know. I consider myself being fairly careful about the whole scooter, but nonetheless, it just broke. This is the this is the old part. Okay, see, I even had these protectors. Well, that didn't help much. I think it's a design flaw where the folding mechanism attaches to this notch, and then literally half of the weight as you're carrying it, as you're carrying the scooter, literally half the weight of the scooter hangs on this, and it pulls the fender upwards. So after some point, it'll just break. Replacing the actual plastic fender is not the big deal. I got a replacement that looks the same. It's an identical one. It's all you have to do is attach 3 screws over here. That's not the big deal. The problem is with the wire that goes off to the rear brake light. As you can see, the wire gave way about half an inch, maybe 1 centimeter away from the connector. So I can't just replace the wire and plug it into the connector. I need to open up the bottom of the bottom case, take out the battery, and replace the wire. See that little wire sticking out there? That's the part I'm gonna have to replace. It shouldn't be a big of a deal, but it'll probably take 10, maybe 15 minutes, I hope. Another thing that's happened is that red nylon protective covering for the brake line. Well, it looks like it's malpositioned, and it rubs against the tire. And as you can see right here, parts of the protective covering are gone. So I'll need to somehow adjust the brake line, so that it's not rubbing against the tire. Probably not a big deal in the short term, but for a longer term, it does need to get fixed. Here's another issue. It looks like the brake disc rotor is rubbing against the calipers. Now look, as I'm spinning the wheel, it's actually, it stops very soon, and I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I can hear it. I can hear it rubbing against the brake pads. So I'll need to adjust the calipers, which is fairly simple to do, and I'll show you how to do that in one of the videos coming soon. Okay, here's another thing that happened. I'm not even sure when I lost it, because it's such a minor thing. I lost the cap that goes on the bottom of the stand. Okay. It's not a big deal. I got the replacement. I may even take some silicone and glue it. Here's another thing that happened. This is probably the first issue. Well, if I can even call it an issue, but literally within weeks of getting this Xiaomi M365, this little charger port protective cap got lost. Okay, well, I didn't lose it, but it fell off. As you can see, there's still a little, the red part, the little rubber part is sticking out. So it's all I need to do is unscrew these two screws, pull out that adapter, replace it with this. This is a replacement I got online for maybe $1 or $2. It seems more sturdy than this rubber, soft rubber piece. Should be not a big deal, so I'll fix that. The reason why you want to have this cap on is that this is the charging port, and if you happen to be riding in the rain, riding into puddles, this should not get wet because it may damage your electric components. I haven't had any problems, and I did ride quite often in the rain, but maybe it's just my luck. Anyway, this does need to get addressed sooner or later, preferably sooner. This is probably not a major issue, it probably not even an issue, but it does annoy me. These two cables, they just go sideways. I mean, there's not a good way of attaching them here because they do change as you fold the steering column. So there's going to be some problems with this in terms of attaching it to the steering column. I'm pointing it out because for some reason it annoys me. But it's not a big deal. It doesn't affect the functionality of the scooter or your safety in any way. Notice that this latch that people have had problems, the original latch, I still have the original latch. These things used to, they tend to break, which could be very, very dangerous. I haven't changed mine. It didn't break, but I am planning on replacing one with a thicker piece. It's about $25 online, so I will do that soon just for my own safety. Another thing that I want to point out that is that quite a few Xiaomi M365 users point out is the steering column getting loose. I don't think in my case the column is all that big of a deal. Yeah, I can feel that it does move a bit, but it's not a big deal, at least for me. I don't care. It's I would say in my case it's minimal. But I will get these plastic adapters that go into the latching, the folding mechanism, so that should address the issue. But I've probably had it for over a year, and I really don't care. It's not that much, at least in my case. I want to point out that the battery has had about 132 or 133 cycles, but I must say that the original Xiaomi specs say that the battery should last up to 30 kilometers. I must say that in my case it's closer to 15, maybe 18 kilometers. So in miles, that would be 9, 10, maybe 11 miles on a fully charged battery. At this point, a year and a half and a thousand miles later. So it does get annoying. That's probably the thing that annoys me the most, is the battery not having the capacity as it used to. I did have two flat tires, one being in the front, one in the rear. I will also post another video on how to replace the tires fairly easily. So if you're interested, follow me along, subscribe. I would appreciate that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I haven't had any major issues with it, really. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I wouldn't give it away for anything. I'll probably just upgrade to the M365 Pro fairly soon. So once I get that, I'll probably do a comparison video.